So I wanted to walk you through the process of making a Google site and show you some tips and tricks once you have your site created. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you are in your Fairhaven account, and you want to go to sites.google.com, or you can come over here to the magic waffle and you can go ahead and just navigate to sites that way. Either way, when you get there, you're going to see the sites that you have already created. So this over here are the sites that I have already made. Yours might be blank, or you might have one or two. But let's say that you want to create a new site. Here's how you do that. Let's say you wanted to make your teacher template or your teacher website. I've already made a template for you, so I'm going to go to Create. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to Browse the Gallery. And you will see right here, Fairhaven Teacher Website Template. If you click on that and hit Select, then we'll name our site. We'll call it Mr. Aviles for now. And all you have to do then is hit Create. Your site will load up, and then you'll be able to get started. So this is your home page. You can see up here on the top left, it's called Home. And what I've done so far is just add some suggestions. Maybe you want to make a welcome page as part of your home page. Maybe you want to put a contact page, a calendar, your Google Classroom, link, weekly update. So just some ideas that what you can put onto your site. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this page to be a welcome page. So I'm going to go up here to the pencil. This is how I edit a page. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to erase all of this, and I'm going to write welcome. And I'm going to make that font bigger. I'll make that 24. I'll make it bold, and maybe I want to make it a nice blue color. I'm going to hit Save. Google Sites is one of the few Google products that does not automatically save. So you have to make sure after you work on each page, you are going to save it. Let's say I want to make a new page. So let's make a contact page. So you saw that I clicked on Create Page. And now I'm going to name it Contact. And I'm going to hit Create. You'll notice up on the top left, I'm now working on my contact page. The first thing I like to do after I make a page is actually just go and hit Save. And then I'm going to go to the gear, and I'm going to go to Page Settings. And I like to deselect all of these boxes because I don't want people to comment on my site. I don't have a need for attachments. I'll just make links. I most likely am not going to have any sub-pages because I'll show you how to navigate in a better way. And show page title I found to be redundant, so I like to make a nice clean page for the kids. So I deselect all of those under Page Settings, and I'm going to hit Save. And you'll see most of this is now gone. So let's edit this page, and I'll show you a couple things that you can do. You can insert an image, and that's either from the uploads that you might have on your computer already. So if you have some pictures, you can go ahead and upload those. Or you can pull from a website. So that's how you add a picture. If I go to Insert from Drive, so right from my Google Drive, I can insert a document. So let's say I wanted to insert this Knollwood Faculty Handbook. So I select that. This is just personal preference if you want a border around it, if you want to include the title. The general height is usually 600. If you leave the width blank, it will adjust to the size of the screen, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'll hit Save. Here, if I need to re-edit, I can click on Properties, and that brings that back up. I can also align it to the center. So I've centered the Google document. I'm going to go ahead and save it. And what I really love about this is, first of all, you notice that it is expanded to the size of the window. So if I play with the window, it'll shrink, which is really nice. So if you can, leave your width as 100%. The other nice thing is if you were to go back into your drive, which you can do by clicking here. If you were the owner of this document and you click here, it'll take you to your drive. If you were to edit this, this would be added, this would be updated live on the website. So it's really nice to embed stuff from your Google Drive Because if you wind up, let's say that you share classroom rules with the kids via Google Doc, and you decide to modify those. Once it's embedded in the website, when you modify it, it will automatically update on the website, which is pretty cool. So that's how you insert. If I want to get rid of it, I just click on it and I click the X to remove it. We can go back in and same thing. Drawings, I can insert a whole folder if I have a whole folder of things for kids, a Google form, images, presentation, spreadsheet. This is a video that is not in YouTube. So if you have something that you want to share with kids, that's a video but not on YouTube, that's how you would do that. If you have a YouTube video, you would share it from here. And you would just paste the URL to the YouTube video, and that would insert it that way. And there's some other stuff in here if you guys want to get adventurous you can play with. Google Classroom is going to generate a calendar based on assignments. It's a brand new feature that should be out in the next week or so. So you could potentially even embed a calendar using that. If you go over to format, if you want to play around with your format, or you can insert a table, layout, if you want to make a 2-column website, a 3-column website. And if you need any help, if you go to help, they have a great help menu over here. So let's finish out our contact page. You can contact me at avilesc@fairhaven.edu. I'm going to go ahead and center that right there. I'll make it a little bit bigger. I'll make it blue, and I'll save it. And so this is what parents or teachers or students would see when they come to your site, but it might be nice to maybe make this a link. So if I go back into edit, let's link something. If I have highlighted what I want to create a link, I come up here to the link button, and then you'll see it automatically made it an email now. So when somebody clicks on this, they will be taken right to my email, or an email will open up for them. So that's a way to do an email. Let's say that you wanted to link to something else. Here is a great video. Same thing. I'm going to, I'll make it a little bit bigger. I'll make it blue. And now let's say I want to link it to something. Well, I have the option to link to a site that I've created, or I could put a web address. So if I put youtube.com, I always like to click this box, which is open this link in a new window. And what that does is if a kid or a parent clicks on that, it'll open up a new browser window so they don't actually leave the class site. So I generally always click open this link in a new window. So I'll do that. And now when I save this, you will see this is now a link that will take them to YouTube in a separate window. And again, if I want to change my link, I'm going to re-highlight. I'm going to come up to link. Oh, excuse me. And that took the link off, and then I can remake it that way. Same thing. So if I want to get rid of this, you can even change it. Sometimes you'll get this pop-up, change it or remove it. I'll just remove it, and now it's no longer a link. I can save it, and there we go. So how can I add this to my navigation bar? To add navigation, you are going to go to the gear, and you're going to go to Edit Site Layout. And now you have the option of working on your header, creating horizontal navigation. If you want to create a sidebar, you would just click sidebar and you'll see one pops up for you. If you deselect sidebar, the sidebar goes away. I am partial to horizontal navigation. And so now you'll see the home page has been added. But if I want to add this contact page, I'm going to click on this bar and I'm going to add a page. And I'm going to select the contact page. I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to hit OK again. And you'll see in a second the contact page is now added. So I can jump between the home page, and I can go to the contact page. If you wanted to add a link, same thing. So if I wanted to link to my Google Classroom, which I think is a best practice, I'm going to go down to Edit Site Layout. I'm going to select the bar. I'm going to go to Add URL. And I'm going to type the text to display I want my kids to see. It'll be G Classroom. And the URL is just for now, we'll use classroom.google.com. Again, I always like to open link in a new window. I'm going to hit OK and OK again. And you will see once I close that I could select this. And this is a great way for kids to get into their Google Classroom. If you want to know more about Classroom, I'm going to have a video on our Fairhaven professional development site similar to this one, so you can play around with Classroom basics as well. So that's kind of the basics of Google Site. The idea is that you just make new pages and you edit them and add them to the bar. I'll show you a neat trick. If I go back to page settings, let's say I wanted to do a drop-down menu. I'm going to go to Edit Site Layout. I'm going to click on the bar again. And what I can do is right now, I'm going to hit this, this right arrow, and it's going to drop Google Classroom under Contact. And I'm going to hit OK. And you'll see that Google Classroom has disappeared off the bar, but if I highlight over Contact, I get the Classroom drop-down. That's how you make a drop-down. To change it back, I'm going to go to Edit Site Layout, click on the bar again, and I'm going to hit the left arrow, which is going to move it back over. If you want to delete something, you just hit the trash can and now it's off the bar. And again, so that's how you add your pages, that's how you add your URL. You hit OK and your bar is ready to go. If you like sidebar navigation, you would just deselect horizontal and then you can click on sidebar and you'll see now you have your sidebar menu that you can customize. You can create a custom footer if you wanted to down here. If you wanted to put, copyright or some other information, that's how you create your custom footer. Same thing with your header. If you ever want to add a banner or you want to, do something here. This template that I made you has just a blank white header because that search bar, I really like the search bar. And so if I click on header, again, I can customize this stuff. I can add a banner. I can put the Fairhaven logo on if I want to. And so that's what that looks like. So it's up to you guys. And you just do that all through Edit Site Layout. I prefer horizontal navigation. I think it looks nicer. When you are ready to share your site, what you want to do is you want to come over to share. You see right now it's set private to only me. I'm going to click share, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to change, and I'm going to make this public on the web. If you want parents to be able to see this, you have to set it to public on the web. It's probably your best bet, I would think. You can restrict it to only people in the Fairhaven district, but then again, parents can't see it. You could probably go with anyone with link, and then from your fairhaven.edu, when parents click on your name, they would go to your site. So that's your choice. I would say either public on the web or anyone with link. I generally go with public on the web. And we want to leave that as public on the web. We want to leave that as can view, because obviously we don't want people to be able to edit our website. Another thing that may be helpful is adding a co-teacher. So you'll see it says here, invite people. Let's say I wanted to invite Nelson. I start to type his name, and then you'll see he pops up at fairhaven.edu. And I'm going to make him a co-owner, and I'll send him a little email and say, here's the site we can work on together. And that will add him as a co-teacher. So if you have somebody you want to share this website with that you want them to be able to edit and add things to it, that's how you add your co-teacher on a Google site. And if we head back, this URL, this website, if I copy and paste it, this is the URL to my site. This is what will link your fairhaven.edu, your name on that site to, so parents can get to your site. Or if you want to share kids, if you want to share this with colleagues, you want to share this with somebody, whatever the reason may be, this URL is the, is your website. So you just like you would go to google.com, if you type in sites.google.com/a/fairhaven.edu/ whatever your name is, it will take you to your website. if you ever need to get back to this website, so again, if I go to sites.google.com, you will see this Mr. Avila's page I just created is in here along with all my other websites. And you can create as many websites as you want. I'm going to click on Mr. Avila's, and I am back to the website that I can continue to edit and improve. So that's the basics. Hopefully this has been helpful to you guys. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me an email and we'll meet up. And otherwise, enjoy building your site.